First job on Christmas morning is to preheat your oven and then cook your turkey, because that's the biggest job, or the longest job should I say. A turkey of this size, which is about 6 kilos, will take approximately 3 hours to cook in an oven at 180. So what we've got to do is when it comes to seasoning, a stock cube, chicken stock cube, just in there. What we're going to do is make a paste. So just crumble it in there. Tiny little bit of butter. This is clarified butter with the fat removed, but you could use oil, you can use goose fat, your choice. Because what we're going to do with this paste is massage it into the bird, inside and outside of the cavity. So again, rather than use salt, I'm using a cube. Just make a very light paste. And what I'm going to do is just massage it into the bird. I've used 2 cubes, so 2 cubes of this size, but it should be enough. When people tend to season a turkey with salt, what you see happen, it forms a crust and just drops away. What happens by making the paste, the cube absorbs into it and doesn't drop off. So your seasoning staying where you put it. And again, season the inside of the cavity of the bird. Every Christmas I have turkey, because I like the nostalgia of being a child sitting around the table, seeing the turkey arrive. It always had that sense of occasion. And so I think the whole visual side of Christmas is what makes it very exciting. So there's our seasoned turkey. Again, I preheat the oven. I take my winglets, drop them in. Tiny bit of butter, or whatever you choose to use, your preference. Showing that this way. And then we take our bird, and then just a tiny bit of butter over it. So a tiny bit of butter. And then we just roast that now for about 3 hours on the bottom shelf. And I put the winglets in because I'll use the winglets later when it comes to making the gravy. Okay, by cooking a turkey without the stuffing, it cooks from the outside and from the inside, so it cooks quicker. So there's our turkey now, and we pop her in the oven. So the turkey goes in at 10:30, approx 3 hours, out comes the turkey, cover in a little tin foil, warm place, let her rest, and she's now ready to eat about 2:15. Where's the stress? So the turkey's now been in the oven 3 hours. It's cooked perfectly, it just needs a rest. Let's just lift it off. All the sediment we're going to use for our basic gravy. So what we're going to do is we're going to take all the fat off, and we'll reuse this fat. When we finished our gravy, we'll put some of it back in, just to put some flavour back into it. What we're going to make is roasting juices, so we're going to retain all that sediment, add some water to it, and cook it out. We want to taste the bird. We now just take the sediment. We've almost got 3 portions of sauce there already. We just scrape out that goodness out of the tray. And what I have here, I have the water from my carrots, which I'm going to use. Just dissolve that bit of stock in there. So if you remember, what I did was I put one of those stock pots in to cook the carrots in. So there we are, so we've got all the goodness. So there's my sediment and my wings, and I'm going to use the last of my stock pot which I've got left over. I'm going to use some of my water from the vegetables. And all I'll do now is cook it out, and that'll be my gravy. And to finish it, once I've reduced it down and cooked it out, I'll add a little bit of the turkey fat back to it. Natural flavour. It gives it a nice richness. So that's now been cooking for 5 minutes. They're just the roasting juices. So what we have in here is 1 stock pot. We have the water from the carrots, which had a stock pot within it as well. And then just the roasting juices. When you eat turkey, what you want to have is a juice which is full of flavour, but not too thick. Let's not forget it's a white meat. We want to taste the turkey. So now what we do is we just pass it out. And so what we have is we have a stock that's blonde, not dark brown. Turkey is a very light meat, so you want a light sauce. You want a dark brown sauce with it. I personally like to add the fat back to it because it's a natural chicken fat, but that's my preference. It's not necessary. And so what we do is we just add that fat back to it. And what that does, it gives it that roast turkey flavour, and that's what makes it truly delicious, and the texture on the palate. And that's enough sauce for 8. Just before you serve it, if you add the fat, just stir it up a little bit and just pour it over. And that's our gravy. There we are. Christmas lunch in 4 to 5 hours. Why should it be stressful? It should be pleasurable. And the one thing I enjoy about cooking Christmas lunch is it's the only time of the year I really cook stuffing. It's the only time of the year I really cook chestnuts or roast parsnips. So for me it's quite pleasurable, it's therapeutic, it's a pastime, it's enjoyable. Because I apply a level of strategy to what I do. It means that I have time with my friends, with my family. So I'm very happy making the cranberry sauce in the morning and leaving them in a warm place. It's prepared, it's ready, it's an easy job, bang, it's done. The gravy, 5-10 minutes. Why should it be difficult? Have confidence in what you do. Let's be honest, all we want for Christmas is a simple stress-free Christmas lunch. No aggravation.